Hey guys, it's Veronica and I'm doing my second video on the everyday skincare regimen order basically. Like I kind of explained in the first video, one of the most common questions that I get as an esthetician is what order should I do my skincare regimen in, and is it important to apply these products in a particular order. And in this video, I'm basically in this playlist I'm explaining the importance of, yes, there is an order, and yes, why and why each step is so important. In the first video, we discussed the first step. Ooh, I feel so fancy holding out my pinky like that. Anyway, the first step, which is cleansing and toning, which if you haven't watched yet, I strongly recommend that you go watch it. Yay. Anyways, we want to cleanse the skin so that we can get, so that we remove those dirt, those oils, those makeups, so that we can allow for products to penetrate deeper into the skin and to absorb better, instead of having something that prevents it from going in. And toning so that we can restore the skin back to its natural pH. That way we're prepping the skin for our next step, which we're going to talk about today, step 2, treat and repair. Just because for example, sometimes the ingredients do have to penetrate through the acid mantle, which is the protective barrier of the skin, and that can allow for time for bacteria to get into the skin as well. That's why it's so important to have a pH level that's restored in the skin. Like I said, go check out that video if you haven't watched it yet. Anyways, this is step number 2, treat and repair. We're mainly going to focus on serums today, mainly because we're keeping it simple. I just want to keep it simple, and we're talking about an everyday regimen. Typically, most serums can be used every day. We'll talk more about mask, deep exfoliation, facials, all those other things, because those are excellent ways to treat target issues as well. But today we're just gonna discuss serums. Anyways, a lot of people ask me what a serum is. I'm gonna show you a little example. This is a smaller size. By the way, this is the Peter Thomas Roth Vitamin C Brightening Serum that I'm just gonna show you guys. This one in particular is for obviously brightening sun damage, people who want to have help with dark spots, hyperpigmentation. Anyways, I'm just showing you this as kind of an example. But typically most serums are water-based. They almost eliminate all oils, and they have a very liquid-like feel to them. And they're going to be more hydrating. They're going to really focus on hydration in the skin. And how a lot of serums work is that they use a high concentration of active ingredients and nutrients such as vitamins A, C, E, and K. We'll definitely discuss those later. Great vitamins for the skin. And they actually have smaller molecules than most moisturizers and night creams. Don't get me wrong, those are very important. We'll talk about those in the next video. But the smaller molecules allow for the serum to go deeper into your skin and really put those nutrients into those deeper layers of the skin. And the reason why that's so important is that most of our skincare issues start deeper in the skin before they actually surface. For example, you might have a dark spot that hasn't shown up yet, and it's not going to show up for another like 10 years. Acne typically, I don't believe it's like necessarily like a 10-year process, but it works in a similar way. And so that's why it's so important to use a serum. It's not necessarily like a must-have to do type of product, but I strongly recommend a serum for sure. Just because if you have a true issue, that's your that's your powerhouse, and that's what's gonna get it. And even if you're just someone looking to prevent aging, that's really gonna be a strong point for you. One common misconception that I want to talk about with serums, though, is that a lot of people think that you can just layer on serum after serum. That's actually not true. You're going to be wasting money. You're going to be wasting product because your skin does have a capacity. It can only hold so much product at one time. So just use one serum. It's cheaper. It will do you tons of good. You can even use one in the morning, one at night. You'll eventually switch them out anyways, because your skin, just like your body adjusts to exercise, just like it adjusts to foods, after a while your skin will adjust to product. And so to end that plateau, you want to switch out your products sometimes. But the only exception to that rule would be if you're using something like a spot treatment. There are sometimes exceptions to that rule, other than just a spot treatment, but a spot treatment is one of those exceptions. This is the acne spot treatment from the Murad line. Actually, this is a very outdated product from Murad. This is definitely past its 2-year mark. They actually have a way better product that they replaced it with. This one's actually non-existent anymore. So I feel like I'm holding an antique. Yay for me. I'll keep that for now on, just for the antique purposes. Whatever. Okay. Anyways, 3 things I really want you guys to look for. Murad actually stresses this in one of his books. Actually, he stresses this all the time. Anytime you talk to like a Murad rep, they will stress this. The 3 most important things you want to look for in your serums, though, and we are going to have a video that discusses these 3 things more into detail because they are excellent to look in your serums. I'm just going to go over the basics, though. But the first one is antioxidants, because they are going to prevent the formulation of free radicals, which are going to damage new skin cells. You also want to look for anti-inflammatories, because anti-inflammatories are going to protect the skin's protective barrier and allow it to function at its max. And also it's going to help to reduce sensitivity in the skin. It's going to soothe and calm the skin, and we'll talk about why that's so important for preventing age later. And then let's see here. The third thing you want to look for is hydrators, which I'm sure we're all familiar with hydration, but hydrators are obviously going to put water back into the skin, which is going to keep your skin nice and plump and resilient. And it also keeps the skin's natural protective barrier intact. And just one last note, always use your best serum at night, because that's when your skin's repairing, that's when your skin's absorbing the most. And so you always want to put your best products on at nighttime. Okay, and so that basically ends our step 2, treat and repair. And our next video is going to go over step 3, which is hydrating and protecting the skin. And so just tune into that next time, and you'll see how serums and moisturizers actually make a beautiful combination together, and why I strongly suggest doing this whole step-by-step process for your skin. Until next time, this was Veronica. Make sure to tune in, subscribe, like, comment, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, awesome. Have a great day. Bye.